even if they end up losing this map, just getting rounds together, getting some action, getting some of their game plans together, and that is going to mean a lot for them going into another map. Because otherwise, if it just ends now, they're going to feel like they were completely crushed because they have been by Cloud9. Now, that's not a place you want to find yourself mentally going into the next map. So there's a lot of value in the grind here for FaZe, and that's exactly what they intend to do. Now they have the full buy to work with at the very least, although there is zero margin of error.
Quick plays a short B from Cloud9, playing with no fear. Looking for the jump peaks now for the CT side, from the CT side, who start with 3 in the B bomb site. That smoke grenade can be vulnerable to flashbangs over the top, which is why you see a CT playing around the corner of it. There is an alternative one which lands on this side where Skadoodle is facing. But now they can smoke it and make it deeper. So if Cloud9 were to push through this, they'd be running through that smoke blind, they'd be in a literal funnel, and they would probably get wrecked. So Cloud9, if they want to go B, they'll have to play the clock.
And indeed, the clock is being played. The train moves overhead. It can be annoying sometimes. It's very loud, can obscure some sounds. Peek there from Overpass to get information with the pop flash from his teammates. Sees nothing so far. Automatic obscured, as are the two teammates and the bomb that surrounds Automatic. They, of course, do have Suez control, and FaZe don't want to push the A side of the map at all, so they're playing in the dark, as Cloud9 did on their CT rounds. Let's see if it goes as well for them as it did Cloud9. It's a good start here from Overpass that gets himself 3 kills off the spray. And Nico is ready. He wants a piece as well. The last 2 players are coming in from short, and it's going to be a hell of a job to get through this choke point with Nico and Overpass and, in fact, the entire team to deal with. The flanks coming. There's no time for Cloud9 in this round. That is what FaZe needed, a clean one on the board.
4 AKs on FaZe Clan now. Cloud9 only needed 1 round, but they're facing 4 riflers with AKs and Guardian with an AWP. This bad situation for FaZe Clan, they could not be better equipped for it at the moment. Tactical timeout from Cloud9. They need 1 round. They tried to play the clock there, didn't quite have the presence towards the A side. There wasn't a massive stack from FaZe towards B, but again, the timing of the smoke was great. We explained it. They went through the funnel and they were swallowed whole by Olofmeister. Pistol round from Cloud9. And they can continue. This round can also be essentially a tactical timeout for Cloud9.
And back into it we go. And there's a lot of options for Cloud9. They have such an advantage, such a lead, but you never want to get complacent and be too sort of crazy with the stuff that you try, because once FaZe get to 10, Cloud9 are going to be starting to wonder, hang on, they're getting a bit close now. Once FaZe get to 12, it starts to get a little bit desperate. So you see Guardian going for the fast peek here. He's only against pistols, but he may be dead, and he is. No way away from the pistols.
You wonder now if this could potentially be the equivalent of the round we saw in the previous map where the Eco somehow won the round. We've got Rain getting taken down and Stewie's on the AWP. Carrigan has to do more than that, and he will. Rush taken down. Every round is crucial for FaZe Clan, playing against Matt Point. AWP on the floor for the time being. The last 2 Cloud9 players just with pistols. But this is scary. The bomb, I think, is still in control for Cloud9. And with only 3 people alive for FaZe, they can only do so much. They have to concede map control in other places. And if Nico didn't close the door behind him, he could get flanked by Automatic.
I have to say, I really liked... Oh, that's a nice one from Tarek. Still trying to make this a bit scary for FaZe, do some more damage to them, but he will go down. And I have to say that I love Carrigan's play. It looks very scary, and he had 2 options. He could try to go forward and do a 1v2 basically, which is what he decided to do. We're going to see it here. Or he could have fallen back to safety with his teammates. And if he did that, then they would be running around with an AWP and with 2 extra players, and it would have been a 4 versus 3. So it's very important that Carrigan took the aggressive option in that moment, really showing you that despite FaZe being up against everything, their decision-making is not to be put to question just yet.
2 of the AKs taken away from FaZe Clan. And that, you never know, that might make the difference. That M4 will need 2 taps rather than the 1 of the AK. smokes around the party area, and it seems that FaZe may try to make a play here, or perhaps they are expectant of a fast Cloud9. Stewie with a great shot to Carrigan, and that leaves Rain exposed around the smoke. He's got to stand in it, but it's not going to last very long. He's got a bomb for a few seconds, but he's got 5 HP, and they're coming for him. He's got a pre-fire, but he can't do anything else. 3 FaZe clan members remain, 1 on B, 2 on A. Guardian probably has to make something work here. It's Olofmeister moving around the toilets though.
Yeah, this is so huge for Cloud9. An amount advantage of 4v3, well over a minute on the clock. This allows them to take a lot of time to hit a site, also allows them a lot of time to get more information. And FaZe are in a spot where they may feel like, okay, we should make an aggressive play. We need to get info, we need to know where they're going to hit so we can set up before it actually reaches the bomb site. And right now the most forward player that they have is Olofmeister towards the bathrooms. And at the moment, Tarek is there keeping an eye on it. So there doesn't really seem to be any way out of this situation except Nico going massive with this M4. That's the only way out for FaZe.
This looks like it is going to be very, very painful indeed. The creep is there, the crab walk. Nico with 2, it was 3, that's absolutely absurd. That's tremendous from Nico. Exactly what they needed. How on earth have FaZe won that round?
That was such a sick read from Nico. You could actually see his positioning was perfect in that moment. He takes exactly the right angle to just see the crouch players moving along. He's got an angle to deal with short as well. Absolute masterclass, great read of the game, and incredible execution. You can't ask for better than that. And you can see how horrible, how frustrating that is for Cloud9. A round that they surely thought in the back of their minds they had won.
Pistols again for the Cloud9 side. 1 round. One round, Cloud9. FaZe. And again, as Dan said, even if FaZe are to lose this, you could argue that this is a warm-up for the last map. And you don't want a FaZe clan coming in hot. Skadoodle and Rush, last 2. 1 player taken down, but again, it's all about the rounds at this point. Unless they do kill 3-4 players, these kills are inconsequential. It's all about the rounds. Cloud9 on to their next buy. They've got $5,000 to $7,000. They've pretty much got everything they want. The buys on the T side, cheaper than the CT side. And they're on their 3rd tactical timeout.
And again, it's sort of what the position I talked about before for FaZe. You know, they're just grinding out rounds. They have already a map in the bag to fall back on. If they lose this, they have Inferno to go to. As the analyst said, it's a great map for FaZe. They can have great confidence if it does go there, that they'll close it on the 3rd map. So they are just grinding stuff out. Every time we see a shot of them in the booth, we see that they are very confident. They're looking very calm. They're in the flow of things. Their game is really working at the moment. It's actually Cloud9 who are now very frustrated. And as I said, when it gets to 10-15 and you're a mere 5 rounds away, that's when Cloud9 start to think in the back of their minds that their opponents are getting a little bit too close for comfort.
Right then. Where are the Cloud9 fans? I think these people want to see a 3rd map in this grand final. I know I'd love to see that. Rain and Carrigan being very active in this round. They've made their way through the toilets. They've made their way towards A long. So Cloud9 have a timing. They have a window of opportunity, but they are playing static. They are waiting. 3 people in connector, including the bomb. And will there be a pop flash towards short B? Well, the boost has gone anyway, so it doesn't matter. FaZe seem to have an inkling of some timing. This could get really weird now. Rain is in the playground position, and the players are moving up connector. And they're moving past him before he's going to look towards connector shortly. He's missing all the information. He's looked everywhere at the wrong time. This is absolutely brutal. Skadoodle still got his AWP out, but Rain, can he find it? Finally he can. And now Cloud9 are moving towards the A side. Carrigan with the off angle, only good for the 1 kill, but Guardian is also here.
Guardian's there. Can't find an angle though, has to reposition. The bomb goes down and we'll have a slight lull now as players get into position. The CT rotation begins to come in. And they have players from every single angle right now. 4 different points of attack potentially. Guardian, he is going to give himself up there. Tarek in position to exploit his plays through the smoke. Tarek though, undiscovered. Where's the refrag? Olofmeister not close enough to deal the damage. And Automatic can reset the situation as Tarek waits patiently. Oh!
phenomenal Cloud9